Is this the beginning of a major bullish move for Bitcoin? Because yes, we saw this godlike candle and this massive pump all the way to the levels of 28,100 US dollars. Does this mean that we're going to see a major reversal and that Bitcoin is ready to break out even higher? Because yes, I told you exactly in these levels that I expect a major pump towards the upside. Yes, we also looked at the bearish scenario, but I told you that it's most likely that we're going to get this massive pump towards the upside. But guys, we're going to look at the news, why we saw this massive pump towards the upside, and also the gossip, what is going on in the crypto market. So if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and most importantly, activate the bell so that you always stay up to date. Welcome back to B for Crypto, and guys, before we're going to go straight over to the content, I want to thank you all for really pushing my channel, because yes, on the previous video we reached 13,000 views and this is really amazing, and I want to thank you all for really supporting me on my journey. This really helps the algorithm. And before we're going to go over to the news, guys, I just want to leave a word for Ben Armstrong. Guys, this is just a major coup, and the behavior of Hit Network isn't right, because you could deal with these matters differently. Because first of all, if you're in a position like Ben Armstrong or Bitboy running this major channel and creating a lot of content, there's a lot of pressure on your backs, and also you're always in the public. But in this video we're going to concentrate on Bitcoin and on the charts. So guys, if you want to find out more about the gossip, make sure to watch the next video, because yes, we've got some new breaking news which also determine what is going on behind the scenes. And first of all, I didn't want to post this information because it's very personal, but guys, we need to find out what is happening, what is the truth behind this major story. So yes, let's go over to the charts to find out what we saw for Bitcoin. And yes, we saw this massive pump towards the upside, but first of all, we're going to go over on the weekly chart to look at the bigger perspective. And on the weekly chart, yes, we can see that the 200 moving average is exactly at the levels of 27,600 US dollars. But guys, if we're going to break this towards the upside and close a weekly candle over the 27,000 or ultimately over the 28,000 US dollar level, guys, we could expect that yes, the overall trend has turned around, and we can see that from the low, from the bottom, we can see that Bitcoin formed higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, and we are still forming a higher low for Bitcoin. First of all, this is extremely bullish for the price movement of Bitcoin, because if we're going to come back above the weekly 200 moving average, we can see that Bitcoin is forming this massive W, and we could expect a massive breakout towards the upside all the way to our next major liquidity area. But if we go over to the daily chart, guys, we can see that this liquidity area is exactly at the levels of 33,000 US dollars all the way up to the levels of 36,000 US dollars. So this would be our next price target if we're going to break out from this major range that Bitcoin is in for quite a while. But guys, we really need to break the next level to see this major pump towards the upside, and the next major level is going to be the 28,800 US dollars, because we can see we had the high, a lower high, and we can see the price movement dumped all the way back down to this major support zone, and we saw this perfect bounce. So first of all, Bitcoin needs to break this major level, which is exactly at the 28,800 US dollars, because we can perfectly see that this level was previous support, and this will ultimately turn into resistance. But if we're going to break this major resistance that held the price for Bitcoin in this level of 28,900 US dollars, we could expect that we're going to see a consolidation above this major trend. So ultimately, this is going to be the first price target that Bitcoin needs to break towards the upside. But like I told you in my previous video, guys, we need to look at the Fibonacci retracement levels on the daily chart from the swing high all the way to the swing low, and then we can see we perfectly came up to the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, which is exactly at the level of 28,200 US dollars. And now we saw this rejection and we came underneath the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level. But guys, I could even expect that Bitcoin is going to dump all the way back down to the 23.6 to test this major breakout level and the breakout from this W pattern. So guys, yes, we could even see this reversal all the way to the levels of 26,600 US dollars. And then we could see this reversal and this continuation even higher. But yes, we can also see that the 61.8 is exactly the top of this major next level that Bitcoin needs to break, this previous support. So this is going to be the most important factor, is that Bitcoin is still going to form higher lows and that we're going to break this major level, which is exactly at the level of 28,800 US dollars. But guys, let's go on the 4-hour chart to find out what is going to happen in the immediate short term. So on the 4-hour chart, yes guys, we can see that the price movement formed this perfect bottom and the sideways consolidation, and it started to get boring, and exactly in these levels I told you that I expected Bitcoin is going to come all the way back up, and we're forming this inverse Bart-Simpson formation. And that Bitcoin could see a pump all the way to the 61.8. My first price targets were the 23.6, which we perfectly hit, and also the 38.2, and at the moment we are seeing this consolidation for Bitcoin. And guys, yes, this is normal because nothing can go up in a straight line, and we're going to draw the Fibonacci retracement level all the way from the bottom all the way to the top, and then we can see that yes, Bitcoin got some major resistance at the 38.2, so yes, I could expect that we're going to come all the way back down to the 61.8, which would be a normal retracement for this massive pump, and this would also line up with a 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level from the daily chart. So yes guys, this is going to be my ultimate price target, that Bitcoin is going to form this falling wedge, and that we're going to see this breakout and this continuation even higher with the first price target, the 61.8, and this is going to be very important that Bitcoin breaks this major level towards the upside. But guys, before we're going to end this video, we're going to look at the dollar index, because yes, the dollar index had this massive pump towards the upside, and we came all the way to the levels of $104, and then we saw this retracement all the way back down to the $103, but we can see that here is a lot of support. So yes, I could expect that the dollar index is going to come even higher, and that we're going to come all the way back to the $104 level, form a double top, and that we could expect this continuation towards the downside, and that ultimately Bitcoin is going to turn around and break the 200 moving average. But guys, this is going to be the most important factor, that Bitcoin is going to come over this major resistance of around about 28,000 US dollars, where we can see we have the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level, and also this major resistance area. But guys, first of all, I could expect that Bitcoin is going to see a small consolidation, maybe even towards the 61.8, and then we're going to see this massive breakout towards the upside. So yes guys, this is what I expect in the immediate short term. Maybe we're just going to consolidate in these areas and not see the dump all the way to the 61.8. But guys, ultimately Bitcoin is extremely bullish. And why? Yes, we're going to look at the news just in. Grayscale now closer to a spot Bitcoin ETF launch after winning its lawsuit against the SEC, Bloomberg reports. So yes, this is a bullish factor because Grayscale won the case against the SEC, and this could mean yes, that they will get approved with their spot Bitcoin ETF. But guys, let's go over to the next news, because this is extremely bullish. CNBC predicts all spot Bitcoin ETFs will be approved this fall. So could this mean that all spot Bitcoin ETFs will be approved at the same time? Because this would be a major bullish move for Bitcoin, and this would mean yes guys, we're seeing the mass adoption of Bitcoin, and we're going to get a massive breakout towards the upside. So guys, yes, dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because everything is extremely bullish for Bitcoin at the moment. We saw this massive pump towards the upside, we saw a consolidation, a higher low, and also a higher high, and even another higher low. And at the moment Bitcoin formed another higher low. So could this be the indication that we're going to see this massive breakout all the way to the levels of 36,000 US dollars? Guys, if you like this update, smash up the like button and subscribe. And if you want to find out more about Ben Armstrong, make sure to watch this video exactly now. And be for crypto.